Approximately 20 years ago, I was introduced to the concept and idea of manifestation. And manifesting, and I'm sure you've heard of The Secret, that's been out for a long, long time, but talking about the law of attraction, that was a huge life-changing moment for me in business and in life when I watched the movie The Secret. And it was very eye-opening. I realized two important things. Well, one important thing was in order to have different results, I need to do different things and have different behaviors. I'm hoping the sprinklers don't go off in my yard right where I'm sitting. Anyway, so that was life-changing, to be able to realize if I want different results, I need to do different behaviors. And different behaviors means it's uncomfortable. It means getting uncomfortable. So I mentioned in past videos that I've had a lot of trauma and loss. And I'm not going to go into all of that, but basically to say that trauma and loss led me to seeking out alternative healing modalities besides just therapy, like talk therapy, which led me to, and this is a long story, I actually wrote a book about it on Amazon called Joy is My Answer. I'll put a link below in the description. But basically it led me to the Amazon jungle in South America, in Peru and in Costa Rica, to seek out healing and work with the Shipibo. And so what could be possibly the role in mindset and very, very strong psychedelics, plant medicine in relation to healing your body? Well, something really amazing happened to me in Costa Rica. That was the last time that I had experiences with the plant medicine called ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is not legal in the United States, and I would definitely, if you're considering partaking in it, I would definitely work with indigenous people only, and in South America where it is legal. So I just want to say that little disclaimer. But I've had many, many ayahuasca journeys, and they've helped me tremendously. And it's kind of like, I would describe it kind of like a beautiful music piece that each time builds on from the last one. So when I went to Costa Rica, I want to say it was like 3 years ago, I had the most profound, deep healing journeys. And I am applying, I find it very kind of interesting and ironic, like I didn't know what my future was going to be 3 years from that point in Costa Rica to today, where I'm having to actually really apply what I learned and what I am internalizing from those plant medicine ceremonies. It was very, very beautiful experience. I will say, ayahuasca is not like a high. If you think of people like, oh, I'm gonna go party and have ayahuasca. No, you will not wanna have ayahuasca because it's kind of like, it's like 1,000 therapy sessions combined into a 6-hour time period. So if you can imagine that processing, and you're really facing yourself, and you're facing your fears, and whatever your intention is that you set. Now, ayahuasca is 2 different plants combined that allow you to enter in for about 6 to 8 hours, a very transformative journey where you go completely inward. People have different experiences. They can be scary if you don't have the right set and setting. If you set your intention to be intense, you probably will have an intense experience. So I want to share with you though, and there's so much I could share about that. My husband and I actually have a company called Awake Healer, and I will put a link in the description as well, where we sell legal plant medicines to people, including microdosing ayahuasca, which is just the pure vine, not containing DMT. So anyway, I'll put a link below, you can check it out. But the experience I had that I'm applying right now, and that back to The Secret and the lessons that I learned watching The Secret from 20 years ago. Since then I've studied a lot about manifesting, because in my business, I've just wanted to push myself and building my doTERRA business and hitting different ranks and goals and things like that, which is all uncomfortable right now. Right now, because it's growth, and growth is uncomfortable. If you want to grow, just get uncomfortable. So right now I am facing, I would say by far, the toughest battle of my life. That is like a mind thing for me, because every day it's like, okay, where am I going to be? Am I going to be positive and solution oriented, or am I going to crawl into a fetal position and have a really hard time, which I do all of the above, because it's extremely frustrating. So the experience I had in Costa Rica was transformative. I mean, we're talking, I was able to see with my eyes open sound waves in the room. They were playing beautiful music, instruments, and I could actually see the sound waves moving in the colors, and it was like a fireworks show. It was absolutely amazing, and I could see the power of frequency with healing. And interesting enough, the clinic that I'm going to in Park City next week, Be Vital, they do the frequency healing. They do sound bowls, and they do a lot of focus with frequency healing, which that is real and legit. And I saw it with my eyes open. It was incredible. But I want to share with you something pretty personal that I experienced in Costa Rica in this plant medicine journey. I went so deep that it almost scared me, and kind of, it sounds really odd, but when you have an ayahuasca experience, if you have or you're thinking of it, it's almost like you hear, I don't know if it's the universe or the ayahuasca plant medicine, but you hear a female communicating with you as your guide in this experience. And so the female guide ayahuasca asked me, as I was going deeper and deeper into the medicine, do you want to see the Earth's creation? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And so the ayahuasca said to me, okay, you got to breathe, take a deep breath. And that's been something that I've struggled with, is when I'm stressed, I hold my breath and I don't breathe, and then that triggers fight or flight, just because I've been so used to operating in fight or flight, freeze, fawn, trauma mode. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna breathe. And then I was able to hear the Earth's magnetic frequency. And I heard it with my ears. It was incredible. I was then shown, there's so much, and it's really hard to put something spiritual into words, really hard. But this thing is sticking with me now, especially as I'm facing this diagnosis and dealing with symptoms. Like, I'm a little bit shaky right now. When I get a little bit stressed or excited, which obviously making a video, talking, and I'm not going to edit this, I get a little bit like, okay, am I going to say the right thing? So I get a little bit more shaky. But I just went to the gym. I had a great workout, so I feel like my head's pretty clear. But every single day is a battle. Every single day is a battle. What am I going to do? It's kind of like, what wolf am I going to feed, right? There's positive or there's the negative. And not that feeling the negative is bad, because it's actually good. But what am I really believing that I can have, be, and achieve in this life? What do I really feel to my core? To my core, I feel that I will not have this diagnosis the rest of my life. To my core, I feel like I will find the solution and I will heal my body. I don't really care what people say. I don't really, oh, there's no cure, there's no blah, blah, blah. I don't really care. It's like, la, 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 la. I don't want to hear it, because I know it's possible. And I know it's possible just because I know it to my core, like my gut, but also because of the things that I've learned in my plant medicine journeys. I'm very pro plant medicine, very pro responsible plant medicine. Okay, back to the thing that I saw. This was so transformative. I'm already almost 9 minutes in. Okay. So what I saw was, so I'll just say this. In ayahuasca, you are probably about 6 hours or so of intensity. Intense, like deep. And the hardest part truly is the surrender. It is truly the surrender to the medicine, to the journey, to your own emotions, your own feelings, your own fears, and your ego, surrendering your ego. So that's the hardest part. Once you do that, then it's beautiful and you can receive lots of good messages. So I was told or asked, do you want to know the secret to the universe? And then I was shown with my eyes closed. I saw it in my mind's eye. Now, the frequency waves I saw with my eyes open. It was incredible. But this I was shown almost like, it looked like a large football field, and but it was white, almost like an ice skating rink, but it was very, very big. And ayahuasca is referred to as Mother Ayahuasca. Now, if you haven't experienced this, I know this sounds really weird. It sounds really woo-woo and weird. But trust me, if you've had ayahuasca experiences, you know what I'm talking about. So ayahuasca said to me, here's this, basically this playground that you're working with. And you get to set whatever goals, whatever you want to be, have, achieve, whatever. This is your opportunity to declare what you want right here, right now. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? Holy crap. Like I saw this huge playground basically, which was like this large ice skating football field that was white. And I started thinking, oh my gosh, I want health. I want, listing all these things. What do I want to have? Family relationships to improve, things like that. And then I felt myself starting to kind of come out of the medicine. Like I started to become more sober, I guess you could say. And like my ego started to kind of come back into me, because it's a complete ego dissolve when you have plant medicine experiences with ayahuasca. And I said, oh no, in my mind, I was like, oh no, I'm coming out of the medicine. I've got to hurry up and manifest and say what I want. I have to hurry up and do it, because I've only got maybe 30 minutes to declare all these things that I want in life. And ayahuasca was like, in this, again, I know this sounds weird, but ayahuasca was laughing and said, no, basically like, no, silly. This big flat space that's white, that's kind of like a football field / ice skating rink, that's basically like your playground, is your life. It's your entire life. You always have within you the power to declare what you want and manifest it like that. And I start to laugh, and I finally got it. I was like, holy, wow, I get it. Every single day I can manifest what I want in my life. So now, I mean, that's really stuck with me. That was like a visual thing that was really stuck with me. I look at people and I think, how is it that this person achieved that and this person achieved this? What is it about them? They're coming from their reality, their perspective, and what they think that they can and be in life, and they just accept that. So for example, in my business, I know certain goals that I've achieved, I could achieve them again. I've already crossed that threshold. Maybe someone else, it might be a bit of a challenge. So anything that you haven't achieved or become, it's not necessarily about achieving things, but whatever you have become is because of your thought patterns and your processes of what you feel like you truly do deserve. And so if you're dealing with a health issue, you're dealing with shaking, Parkinsons, or any type of health issue, think about what it is that you really want. And the practice of having gratitude as if it's already happened is the key to having it happen. And I'm not saying it's going to happen in the blink of an eye like that. It may be a process, but when you're open to it and not just shut off, that's why I can't accept going to the doctor and hearing, there's no cure, there's nothing you can do, everything's a waste of money, just take the medicine. I'm like, I'm barely taking the medicine. I'm barely taking it. And I'm not saying that like somehow I'm doing good, because I have hard days and everything, but I just know to my core, and nobody can tell me otherwise, that I am going to recover. I will recover. I've personally talked to people that have recovered, so I know it's possible, but I know that when I have that mindset, I will be led to the things that work for me. I know that there may not be a cure for everybody that's a blanket cure, but there are different reasons why people, for example, get Parkinson's. Is it toxins? Is it glyphosate? Is it paraquat? Is it mold in your home? Is it Lyme's disease? Is it Bartonella, which mimics Parkinson's, which I have that? Whatever it is, why not explore and look at alternatives? And I know that there's a lot of people out there that will scam you, so you need to follow your gut. And I'm not saying one thing, one way or the other, you know, how to live your life. I mean, if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, great. But I know for me, I will recover. And so I want to just leave that message with you, that what is it that you really truly believe that you can have and be? Do you believe you can have good health? Do you believe it? I mean, just the power of exercise alone is life-changing. Every single day, move your body, every single day. And there's so many other things too. I do a lot of things, but I wanted to share that message with you. So your life is like that large white ice skating rink / football field. You get to manifest what you want, and it's what you feel you deserve truly, not necessarily what you say or write down, but it's what you really truly to your core feel. And I just want to leave that message with you, and I hope that you have a blessed day. Stay positive. Don't give up hope. Don't let anybody tell you what your body's going to do or not do. Don't do it. Don't do it. Blessings. Take care.